Okay, is the screen visible per gear design?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
And so we learnt about terminology, we learnt about Lewis equation. Then we started with the gear design procedure. So the first step is to find the number of teeth on pinion by using table 12.4b. Okay, take minimum number of teeth on Z1 to be 12 for 20 degree full depth involute. Okay, and select Z1 such that Z2 is not a fractional value. Then find out Lewis form factor from equation 12.5 CDE. Find Lewis form factor for pinion and gear. Then choose, so for making both pinion and gear to be of equal strength, we need to choose from table 12.7. We need to choose two materials such that the ratio of Yg by Yp is almost equal to static stress ratio on pinion to gear. Okay. Then we learned about to find weaker of the gear pair. So find out sigma naught g Yg, sigma naught p Yp. So whichever value is less, that's going to be the weaker of the gear pair, and further design is going to be based on the weaker of the gear pair. These are the four steps that we learned. In continuation with that, okay, maybe it is bit blurred over here. Okay, photograph. The step number 5 is surface velocity. We need to find out V, that is pi d n by 60,000. Okay, we know m is equal to d by z, so therefore d is equal to m into z. Okay, so therefore this is going to be pi into mz into n divided by 60,000 meter per second. So the n and z values, here we are going to put the values are that of weaker of the gear pair. If pinion is weaker, it is going to be z1 n1. If it is gear is going to be the weaker one, then we use z2 n2 in calculation of surface velocity. Is that okay? Are you there? Yeah. And in this step,
Yes.
we are going to get surface velocity v in terms of module m. Next, to find tangential tooth load ft in terms of module. So we have equation. So check for this equation in your data handbook, which is essentially given by 1000 p into cs by v, that is surface velocity. P is power in kilowatt over here. Cs is a service factor. So the CS service factor, you refer to table 12.8 in your page number 235. Please go to page number 235. Go to page number 235, table 12.8, look for service factor CS. Are you there? You have a table, correct? Table 12.8. Okay. You have a table for 8 to 10 hours of operation and medium shock. What is the value of CS?
1.5, sir.
1.5.
1.5. Okay. So if nothing he talks about that in the problem, we are going to take it as 1.5, that is medium shock with 8 to 10 hours of operation. Okay, from table 12.8. So substitute in tangential tooth load equation. P is power, CS is service factor 1.5, V is surface velocity in terms of module. Substitute in Ft is equal to 1000 P CS by V. Then you will get Ft again divided by module. Okay. Now the face width I think you are aware now, that is the width of the gear tooth. So face width, initially we are going to assume it as B is equal to 10 m, because the value can vary from 9.5 to 12.5. For the design to be compact, I take it as 10 times module. Okay. So note down that equation from your data handbook, maybe slightly varying the equation number will be slightly different over here. So please check that. Okay. Then we are going to find out m cube CV desired. Now what you do is, To M cube CV desired, we will go a little after noting down 5, 6, 7 steps. Okay, right now. So what you do is note down in your notebook these 3 steps. That is, surface velocity V is equal to pi d n by 60,000 meters per second. That is equal to pi into mz into n divided by 60,000. Get V in terms of module m. Tangential tooth load Ft in terms of module. Ft is equal to 1000 P into Cs by V. Refer table 12.8, page number 235. Take Cs is equal to 1.5. Face width B. Initially assume B is equal to 10 m. Okay. Up to this, you write down in your notebooks. Please note down these 3 steps. If anybody has got any doubt here, because it is slightly blurred over here, okay, it is surface velocity V is equal to pi d n by 60,000. That is pi into mz into n by 60,000. Then get V in terms of module. Then tangential tooth load Ft in terms of module. It is 1000 P into Cs by V, where Cs is service factor from table 12.8 in page number 235. Take Cs is equal to 1.5 if not given. Is that okay? Then face width B, initially assume B is equal to 10 m for compact design. Is that okay? Please note down, all of you, please note down steps 5, 6, and 7 in your notebook.
So could you dictate below surface velocity? Could you dictate this?
Surface velocity, I think 4 times I said, again I'll tell you. Surface
No,
velocity,
after that, sir. Next one.
V is equal, yeah, pi dn by 60,000, pi mz into n by 60,000 here, and get V in terms of module m. Okay, na? Get V, that is surface velocity V, in terms of module m. Okay. Next is to find tangential tooth load. Okay, that is to find tangential tooth load Ft in terms of module. Got it, Shri Prasad?
Yes, sir.
To find the tangential tooth load Ft in terms of module. So Ft is given by 1000 P into Cs by V. So what you get is something divided by module, because V is in terms of module. So in the denominator, you will get something divided by module. Okay. Shall we go ahead further? Anybody still noting down? Yeah, shall we move ahead?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Next step is to find m cube CV desired. Okay. Next step is to find m cube CV desired. So how to do it? You say please follow. Okay. Others please follow. Don't do anything. Don't write anything right now. Just look at the screens. Ft is equal to sigma naught CV by pi m. What is this equation called? What is this equation called?
Lewis equation.
Lewis equation. Okay. Now, for this Ft, I have value here which is something divided by module. Okay, this is what the value of ft which I extract from step number 6. Okay, so I extract ft value from here to here. Then I have sigma naught CV. 10m is the value of B. Okay, 10m is the value of B. Then y into pi m. This is what I am going to take. Now, to find the module m, in order that we arrive at a value of m, we begin the iteration assuming that the CV to be equal to 0.5. That is when I go to next step here, substitute. So what I am going to get here is that I have module here, I have module here, I have module here. Are you all there? Please follow me. You have some value here. Okay, you have one module here, one module here, and one module here. Cross multiply this module to the right hand side. So what you are going to get is m into m into m. That's going to be m cube. Correct? Are you there? Okay. M into m into m is m cube into CV. You retain CV there itself. Then push this sigma naught to the left hand side. Push this 10 to the left hand side. Okay. Then push this value of y. If it is pinion is weaker, use yp here. If gear is weaker, use yg here. Okay. Then push this y also to the left hand side and pi also to the left hand side. So you will get a value on left hand side. On the right hand side, what you get is m cube CV desired. Are you there? Are you there? You will get m cube desired is equal to some value is what you are going to get. Okay, after simplification. Okay, now I have this value. Maybe you imagine there is a value of some 9,000. So I have m cube here, I have CV here. Now, how do I get the value of module m? Is that initially we are going to assume CV to be equal to 0.5. Okay, CV to be equal to 0.5. I am going to assume I have value here. I'll assume CV to be 0.5. Then what I am going to get is the value of m. Correct? Are you there? Because I have value here. CV, I'll assume 0.5, take it to the right hand side. Then I will get the value of module m. Okay, are you there with me? Are you there?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please come back and note down these two steps. Step number 8, to find m cube CV desired. So ft is equal to sigma naught CV by pi m. That's the Lewis equation. Then write down this. Something divided by m is equal to sigma naught CV into 10m is from B there. Okay, and then y pi m. So by cross multiplying this m to right hand side, I'm going to get m cube CV on the right hand side. Push the remaining value to the left hand side denominator. I'm going to get some value for m cube CV desired. Note down this much. Are you noting down? Any doubt in this? Gunasagar, you are there?
Yes, sir.
Kanasta screen ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ?
Sir, sir. Purple.
So here from Lewis equation, I substitute the value of ft here, something divided by m I get. On the right hand side, I got sigma naught CV. B, I replace it by 10m and then ypm. Cross multiply m. So I'm going to get m cube CV desired on the right hand side. Remaining parameters of sigma naught, okay, 10 y pi values, take it to the left hand side by cross multiplying. Okay, and we are going to get m cube CV desired equal to some value. Finished? Shall we go to the next stage? Anybody needing time to note it down? Is it okay? Noted? Shall we go to the next stage?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now come back to this page. Now again, okay, I'll again explain. So we will have m cube CV desired equal to some value. Initially, substitute CV is equal to 0.5 and get the value of m module m. So then select standard module m from table. Okay, that is table is going to be table 12.2 for standard module. Table 12.2 in page number 229. Please go there. Please go to table 12.2 in page number 229. Go to table 12.2 in page number 229 now.
Recommended series of modules.
Yeah, recommended series of module. You have got there choice 1, choice 2, choice 3, something like that, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So there we, for classroom design, we can choose anything, but we'll try to take from choice 1. We'll try to take maximum from choice 1, the value of standard module M. Okay. We'll try to take standard module M from table 12.2 from choice 1 values that are available in the data handbook. Is that okay? Then, so say suppose I get some 3.6. The next standard value may be 4. Okay. So standard value may be 4. So then go back to step over here and then find out, okay, for this value of M. Okay. So again go back to step number 5. That is 5 in surface velocity. Okay. We have surface velocity over here. Okay. Find out substitute the value of M over here. Okay. So you will get the value of V. Okay. Are you there? After taking standard module M, go to step 5 to find out surface velocity. Substitute the value of module M because by that time I know Z and N values for the weaker of the gear pair. Substitute the standard value of M. What I am going to get is the value of V, okay, in meters per second. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then what you do is go to the equations of CV. Please go to the value equations of CV. Please take out your data handbook. Go to velocity factor. There are some 4-5 equations. 3 by 3 plus Vm, 5.5 by 6 plus Vm, then 6 by 6 plus Vm, like that. You have got various equations. Please go back and check those equations. Please let me know those equations. Equation numbers.
12.6 A, B, C, D, E, sir.
Yeah, 12.6.
A, B, C, D, E.
Okay. What is A, Chaitanya?
3.05 divided by 3.05.
3.05 plus Vm, correct? That is up to 8 meters per second. Am I correct? On the left hand side, look at the description.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Up to a surface velocity of 8 meters per second or so. Am I correct there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Next is after 3.05, what is the next value?
4.58.
Yeah,
divided-
4.58 by 4.58 plus Vm, correct?
Yes, sir.
And on the left hand side, is it up to 20 meters per second Bart's formula? Something like that, yes.
13, sir. 13.
Yeah, up to?
13.
Up to okay. Up to 14 or 13? 13, no?
Yes, sir. 13.
Yeah, up to 13 meters per second, we can use that equation. That means that Vm is nothing but surface velocity V. Okay, that Vm is nothing but surface velocity. Here I have taken it as V, so instead of Vm, so it is Vm or V. It is one and the same. Please make a note there. Okay. So what did I do is, coming to iterations part, all of you please observe. Please be there along with these equations. Don't lose concentration. So what I am going to get from previous equation here in from Lewis equation, I am going to get m cube CV desired value. Then I assume initially that CV to be equal to 0.5. Substitute the value of CV is equal to 0.5 in this equation of m cube CV desired. Then I am going to get value of module M. Okay. Then from table 12.2, page number 225 or 229, take standard module M from table 12.2. Then go back to step 5, okay, and find the value of surface velocity V by putting more standard value of module in the equation of surface velocity. You will get the value of surface velocity V. And after that, go to equations 12.6 A, B, C, D, E. Choose appropriate equation for the velocity factor CV and then find the value of CV. Okay. Are you there? You will get a different value than 0.5 here. Then what you need to do is take this new value of CV, then standard module M from table 12.2 whatever that we got. So use a standard value of M here, actual CV here that you got from this equation, and then get m cube CV actual. So this m cube CV actual must be slightly greater than m cube CV desired. If that happens, adopt that standard value of module and that value of CV and that value of velocity. You understood what I said? Did you understand what I said?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
got the clarity? That means you are going to take standard value of M, then find out velocity. For that velocity, you are going to find out velocity factor CV. Now, with the new value of velocity factor CV, multiply that with the standard module M cube, you will get m cube CV actual. Compare m cube CV actual with m cube CV desired that you have got at this step. Okay. See that m cube CV actual is slightly greater than m cube CV desired. Then stop the iteration process and then find the values of Ft, velocity anyway it's found out, and B from Lewis equation. Got my point now? Did you get the point?
Yes, sir.
So note down up to this. Note down up to this. Then we'll go to dynamic load. We have 2 more steps, so we can finish. Note down up to that. have sent lubrication and bearings chapter complete PPT to you, all your mail IDs, okay? I came to know that some of you have not even checked the mails, okay? Please check your mails. I have sent it to everybody. Only for Gautam Sai it has bounced back. For rest, I think everybody has got. Please check your mail. I have sent PPT, which is nothing but notes of lubrication and bearings chapter. If anybody has not got, please let me know. Chaitanya, what is this? 12.6, no? CV equations.
Sir, 12.6.
Okay.
So it's equation number 12.6 under spur gears, sir.
Yeah. Finished, huh? Shall we go further? Note down this also. Note, to find the value of B, substitute the value of Ft in Lewis equation and then find the value of B. Don't just multiply module by 10 to get B. It's only initial assumption. So find B from Lewis equation after finding out the value of Ft. Okay, please take down note. Step number 10, find V, Ft and B. So use Lewis equation to find the value of face width B. Finished up? Finished? Anybody needing time? Okay. Next step is to find out dynamic load. Okay. To find out dynamic load. Okay. Note down this equation. Give me the equation number also here. Dynamic load is given by Ft, okay, plus K3 into V of Cb plus Ft divided by K3 into V plus root of C into B plus Ft, where K3 in data handbook you might have given it as 20.67. What is it that's given in data handbook? Has it given it as 21 VM here?
No, sir. 20.67.
Or 20.67. And see this V or VM, they are run on the same. In data handbook, I think he has given it as VM, no?
V, sir.
V only, sir. V only.
Oh, V only has given. Okay. Anyway. Note down this equation for dynamic load. Rasik Baran, noting down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the equation number for dynamic load?
12.40.
12.12, sir.
Okay. Okay, I hope you have finished. Yeah, now to find out dynamic load. So in the previous step, we have found out the value of Ft. So we have found out the value of V, surface velocity. Then we have found out the value of B using Lewis equation, again in previous step over here. So only thing that we need to find out is the value of C, which is essentially called as dynamic factor. Okay. C stands for dynamic factor. So how do I get this value of C dynamic factor is the next question. So for that, what you need to do is go to table 12.14. Please go to table 12.14. Please go to table 12.14. There's a table for finding out error. Are you there? Page number 237. Go to table 12.14, page number 237. You're all there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You have got on left hand side for various values of V, you have got the value of error. Are you there? In terms of maybe 0.05, 0.06 and so on. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the value of error depends upon the velocity, that is surface velocity V. Okay. Okay. So for 6 meters per second, what is the value of error? Can someone please let me know?
So 0.059.
0.05. Correct.
59. Yes, sir.
Okay. So now come to table 12.12. Come to table 12.12. Come to table 12.12 in page number 236. Are you all there? Are you all there?
Yes, sir.
On the left hand side of the table, okay, 1 second, I'll tell you that. Yeah, please see table 12.12. Okay, so Values of dynamic factor C. Materials, you have got cast iron and cast iron 14.5 degree, cast iron and steel 14.5 degree, steel and steel 14.5 degree, then for cast iron and cast iron 20 degree, cast iron and steel 20 degree, steel and steel 20 degree, and so on. Are you all there with me in table 12.12?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, and you have got on the right hand side on top of the table, you have got error in gauge, millimeter. Correct? Are you all there?
Yes, sir.
So, now on the left hand side, coming back to 20 degree involute, you have got cast iron and cast iron. This represents that pinion and gear are cast iron and cast iron. If you look at cast iron and steel, it means that pinion and gear, vice versa, whatever, okay? It is a combination of steel and cast iron. If it is steel and steel, pinion and gear is a combination of steel and steel with 20 degree involute profile. Okay, are you all there with me in the equation?
Yes,
Now, for an error of 0.06, and steel combination 20 degree involute, okay, and error of 0.06, where do they intersect? Steel and steel 20 degree, travel horizontally, 0.06 error, travel vertically down, they intersect at a point of what value of C?
686.7.
Exactly, that is what. Okay, others please try to understand. Suppose if it is cast iron steel 20 degree involute and error of 0.04, what is the value of dynamic factor C? Someone else please.
314.
314.6. excellent. Okay, now if it is cast iron and cast iron 14.5 degree and error is 0.08, okay, what is the value of C? Some again, next person please.
441.7.
441.7. So you got the value, you got how to get the value of C? Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
now you take the value of C based on the error from table. What is the table number for error? What is the table number for
12.14.
12, sir.
14.
12.14. Correct?
Yes, sir.
It is 12.14. Say, for example, if the velocity is 6, the value of error is 0.059. I approximate it to 0.06. Okay. Suppose if your velocity is 9 meter per second, what you need to do is you take, please go to table 12.14. Okay. If your velocity is somewhere at 9 meters per second, what you need to do is take the value of error of 8 meter per second and 10 meter per second, take the average. Is that okay? Then it's going to be 0.05, 0.0886. That you divide it by 2, you will get a value closer to some 0.05 error. Okay? You can approximate it to next higher value of error so that it is applicable to table 12.12. Is that okay? Because in table 12.12, what we have is 0.01, 02, 03, 04, 06 and all. If it is more than 0.05, take it as 0.06. If it is less towards 0.04, take it as 0.04. But always it's better to take the higher value of C. Okay? Are you all there now? You're able to see the screen now? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So where are we now? Where are we right now? We are in the process of, can you see the dynamic load equation?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is how we calculate the value, we find the value of C. So that is, first you find the error from table 12.14. That depends on the surface velocity V. Then go to table 12.12. Then take the appropriate values of combination of materials of pinion and gear and the pressure angle that is given in the problem. Based on those two values, choose the dynamic factor value C from table 12.12. Okay, are you all there now? So that's how we calculate the value of dynamic load. Please note down this one. That is for value of C from table 12.12. Find value of error from table 12.14. Then choose C from table 12. Just note down these 2 points. Then we'll go to wear load. Make it fast. I hope you finished with the table 12.12 and 17. Okay. Next note down wear load FW. It is given by FW is equal to D1 BQ D1 BQ into K. So irrespective of whether gear is weaker or pinion is weaker, this is going to be D1 only. Okay. Right now. What is the equation number for this FW? Can someone please let me know? Wear load FW.
So 12.15.
12.15.
12.1
15 A, sir.
15A. 12.15A will give you the equation for wear load FW. Yeah. Now please look at the screen and listen carefully. Okay. Q is equal to 2Z2 by Z1 plus Z2. That's also given in the next to that equation. You are given with the value of Q, that is essentially given by 2Z2 by Z1 plus Z2. B value we have found out. D1 is nothing but M into Z1. Okay. Irrespective of whether gear is weaker or pinion is weaker, D1 is going to be MZ1 only. Standard value of module we have found out. Z1 we know in the very first step. So D1 is known. B is known. Q we can find out from 2Z2 by Z1 plus Z2. Now my job is now to find out the value of K. So how do I find the value of K? Is by again small iteration, by taking endurance strength of the material, that is fatigue. Okay, fatigue strength. So this fatigue we have learnt in our DME 1. Okay. To find the value of K, I need the value of endurance strength, sigma endurance. Okay. So to find out sigma endurance, I have the equation given by 2.76 into BHN, that is hardness, minus 70. Again, the equation is available in your data handbook. What you need to do is initially assume BHN to be equal to somewhere maybe around 200 BHN. Are you there? Are you following me? Okay, someone please say yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so for calculating endurance strength, initially assume BHN to be somewhere around 200. Substitute here, get the value of endurance strength. Substitute this value of endurance strength in the equation for K here. Okay. Assume the values of Young's modulus of pinion and gear to be 2 into 10 power 5 if not given. Phi stands for pressure angle. That's already defined in the very beginning, either in the problem or we are going to take it as 20-degree pressure angle. Okay. So endurance you have found out by assuming some value of BHN here. Substitute the value of endurance strength in the equation for K. take Young's modulus of pinion and gear as some 2 into 10 power 5 megapascal, phi as pressure angle, calculate the value of K, substitute this value of K into the equation of wear load. Got it? Suppose if wear load is greater than dynamic load, then we can say design is safe. What if wear load is less than dynamic load, then design is not safe. Then what we need to do is we increase the value of BHN to next higher value, maybe 225 or 250 BHN. Again, find out endurance strength. Substitute the value of endurance strength in K equation. Again, find the value of K. Again, substitute into wear load. See that you choose BHN such a way that FW is greater than FW. That is, wear load is greater than dynamic load for the design to be safe. That is what I have given here. Okay. Again, FW till FW is greater than FD. That is, you have to get wear load to be greater than dynamic load for the design to be safe. Are you there? Are you there? Okay. Please note down this much. Note down this. From wear load, that is the step number 12 and step number 13. Please note down. Make it fast. You are left with 4 more minutes. Okay.
You can come home anytime. That's it.
Step number 12 and step number 13. You are left with 3 more minutes. Please note down this much.
I texted her, let her reply. But then my mom was like, Vaishnavi's mom texted her last night and said that apparently, like in the morning, yesterday only they whatever like cremated and all. I don't know from where she got the information. So let's see, let them all wake up, then I'll ask them.
Please note down steps 12 and 13. How to find out wear load. See, wear load is greater than dynamic load, that is FW is greater than FD for design to be safe. Is that okay? Make it fast. It is quite easy. So even though it all looks a bit lengthy, but it is quite easy once you start solving the problem. It is very easy. Yeah, did you finish? Shall I close?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, someone please say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Done, huh? Done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tomorrow again sit with your notebook. Okay. We'll go through the entire procedure once again clearly and then go to the problems.
Yes, sir.
Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no
Yes,
issue.
sir.
Please go through the entire steps, 13 steps before you come for tomorrow's class. Please go through, okay?
Yes.
It's
Sir,
very, very
is
easy.
there any way you can upload this presentation today, sir, so we can go through it by tomorrow, sir?
Hey, why you have not noted down anything so far then?
Sir, I have a few things I missed out, so
Hey, you sit and read through, man. That's why I'm giving so much time in between. Otherwise, I could have rushed through, no, if that was the case. I give time only for you people to note down, okay? Anyway, it will be uploaded by night by our Singh, okay?
thank you,
So
sir.
it will be there by night probably, okay? All right. Okay. Okay then.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay.